What's going on, everybody? My name is Jane Doe
and I am Chica Sweetie,
and we are introducing to you guys Book Black. It's an extension of Black Book Houston, where we interview Houston's greatest creatives, talents, caterers, pretty much what we do on Black Book Houston Instagram, just visual.
Yes, so you guys make sure y'all are following us on Instagram because we will be bringing you the hottest entrepreneurs and businesses around Houston, Texas.
All right, guys, welcome to Book Black Houston, where we highlight Houston's top entrepreneurs, business owners, and brands. Today, we have the owner of Boss Up Hairtique. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, sure. So my name is Nija. I go by Nija Ashley. I'm the owner of Boss Up Hairtique. I've been a hairstylist for the past 15 years. So yeah, I'm just trying to take Hairtique Boss Up to a new level for 2020.
That's super dope. Have you always been Boss Up Hairtique the whole time, or did you kind of transition to different names?
No. Originally, when it started to be a brand thing, because when I first started doing hair, there was no such thing as a brand. Nobody really had names. You just kind of went by your name.
Exactly.
So originally, I just was Nija, and you just pass out a card and you get a.
Nija that do the
that's what it was never. Oh, there's a brand. So then when the whole transition to now we're building brands, and now it's kind of an entrepreneur thing. It was new for me, and I had already kind of been doing hair, so I'm like, okay, now I gotta take this to the next level. So my first name was, I used my name, Nija Ashley, the brand. And then how Boss Up Hairtique was actually birthed was the Nija Ashley, the brand, just wasn't sitting well with my soul, and the hair was starting off, like the business was slow, and I wanted to give up. And one day I was sitting on my floor and I was crying, and I was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, them days.
And I was like, I just don't want to do it anymore. And I started praying, and something in my head just clicked and was like, you need to boss up and get up. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to rebrand on Boss Up. And that's how I came up with Boss Up.
That is so crazy how in the midst of pain, in the midst of your darkest moments, that's when you can come up with the greatest ideas. I do that very often when in the midst of struggle. That's when because you're uncomfortable and you get resourceful, because you like, okay, I need a way out of whatever I'm in right now. I need a way out. How we gonna do it?
Right. I needed an answer, because that I was like, God, like, I need an answer. Like, am I supposed to be doing this? Because hair is something, that's all I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I was like, this is not working. And then I had 3 kids, and I was like, this is not working. I got bills.
Like, it's so mad, but
and then just like, it was just like a voice was just like, you need to boss up, dry your tears. And I was like, I'm a rebrand. And then I picked the Hairtique, because I'm like, it's kind of different, like a boutique, but it's hair. So then I just put it together, and that's how, and I rebranded.
That is super dope. We have been so in tune with talking to each other about these companies. We even forgot to play the game. We can start the interview without kicking out. So we're going to go back to our game real quick before we dive deeper into Boss Up Hairtique, because I am super excited just from what you just told me about the business. So pretty much I'm going to ask you 3 questions about being black.
Okay.
And you get it right, cool. If you don't, black card revoked.
All right, let's see how black I am.
All right, cool. Before parallel parking, you should A, adjust your side mirrors, B, adjust your seat, C, adjust your rear view, or D, turn your radio down.
Turn your radio down.
Y'all know the only time we turn our music down is when we got a parallel park. That's the only time we gotta concentrate, nigga. Soon we get in, we turn our shit back up.
That's a fact. This is a life question, but for some reason, anytime we bagging up, you gotta cut the music down. Just like when you're doing your mascara, your mouth be all open, you don't understand why. It's just a habit. So cool. Perfect. Okay, bet. A woman could never have too many A, bags, B, men, C, shoes, or D, options.
Options.
And you know this. man.
Another fact. So that was a personal choice question, but she'll keep her black card. Alright, fact. This is a real question though. Last question. According to Mom, what does it mean if your ear keeps itching? A, you need to wash. B, someone is talking about you. C, you need to see a doctor. Or D, you're about to fall in love. What was it? It said when your ear keeps twitching.
Oh, somebody talking about you.
Yep. Man, go. I thought it was when your eye twitch.
Bo, when you're twitching, somebody is talking about you.
Somebody talking about you. So now you got to keep her black card and we can
Oh,
continue.
I know I'm pro-black, so I got to keep my black card.
Okay, we can continue with the interview. So we know that you've been professionally doing hair for over 15 years, but I'm sure you had a passion. I don't even understand how, because you don't look a day over 25. But
I'm over 25.
okay, how did you get into hairstyling? Like, how did you get there?
Okay, so that's all I've ever wanted to do, even as a kid. Like, when I tell people that, when I was a kid, you know how you write them little papers, like, what do you want to be when you get older? I've always put beautician. I've never put, one time I wrote on one paper lawyer. And my mom was like, you was okay today? And I was like, well, everybody else was writing stuff like doctor, so I put, but literally, since I was a kid, that's all I've ever wanted to do. I've never, I know other people have said, like, I honestly can say, like, I've never wanted to do anything else. I've never wanted to go to college. I only want to go to college because I want to pledge Delta. But then when they told me that you got to do a major, I was like, well, I guess that won't happen. Like, I never wanted to do anything else. Like, even as a kid, I would do my cousin's hair. I would cut my dolls up. I got in trouble for that. Cutting the hair off the doll.
You are telling my life story.
That's all I've ever wanted to do. I've never wanted to do anything else.
That was me with fashion styling.
Never.
That was something I did like starting 3 years old. I used to get in trouble for using the toilet paper in the restroom to make paper mache dresses for the dolls.
Yeah, because I would stuff the tub up because I would get in the tub and cut the hair. And they were like, that's all I ever wanted to. I never wanted to do anything else.
So that's how you just knew. You're the first person that I've met that actually relate to me in that way, because a lot of people don't actually know what they want to do. So to be born and just know this right off the bat, this is something that I want to do. This is what I'm going to do.
This is what I'm going to do.
And now here we are 15 plus years later, really more years later.
Right.
And you've turned this into an empire in which it could continue to keep growing. So I think that is super, super, super dope. When you first started hairstyling, how was the transition? Did you go from home to shop, or?
So when I first started, it was like extra money at first, because I would be in middle school and I braid hair from my friends, so it was extra money. And then I always knew that as I got into it, I knew that I always wanted to be professional. Nothing against home stylists, because I had worked from home one time when I was in between shops, but I always knew that I wanted to be professional, and I always felt like once you get your license, you go into a shop. Exactly. So during school, I worked. I didn't take advantage of some girl. Like, I didn't build my clientele because I wanted the business behind it. I did people hair here and there.
That's important though.
But I didn't have a clientele at home.
Got you.
One, my home is my safe haven. I just don't like people in my space like that. And I'm an energetic person, and people bring stuff. And I don't have time to cleanse my space. So I just was like, that was another reason I don't want people sitting on my front. I just never wanted that.
Oh, you are me, okay?
Spirit cleanse.
Okay.
So I knew that I always wanted to be in a shop. So I always have been in a shop, which means I've been to a lot of shops over the course of time, because I always knew
how that is.
That like I said, I did hair from home for one time between shops. Yeah. And I hurried up and got in the shop because I was like, this not gonna work.
This not gonna work for me.
It's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, because that is like a hairstyling. Like, when I would go to get my hair done, that's something you want to do to break away from your normal. You want to relax. Just like me and go to the barbershop. They want to chill. They want to talk. You want to gossip with your hairstylist. That's your person. That's somebody that you build a relationship with, because once somebody's in your head,
right,
they're in your head. So I think it's super important, like the environment,
right,
in which it's happening. So I think it's dope that you've always, for the most part, been in the shop.
Right.
Because that means you've been providing great customer service. Not saying people from home don't.
Yeah, like I said, no shade against them. That was just something personally for me. I just felt like I always wanted to give my customers a professional experience or environment, or you just want to step away, and I've had a child since I was in high school. My oldest, I had her in high school, so I've always had children. People don't want to come, and kids, and then hair is my therapy. So it's kind of hard for me to do hair when you got mama. Can you?
Yeah.
So when
can you put this video
can
on?
you do this, or asking questions, because they're in their environment, because their home is their safe home. So when I go to the shop, that's like my therapy. That's like my away from home. And then when I go home, it's like, I don't bring work home. I literally don't have. I just got a flat iron at home. Because you can't even ask me to flat iron your hair because I don't bring work home. Like my friends used to get something there, like, can you do this real quick? I don't have nothing to do it with. I just got a comb.
That's it.
Like, I have the girls' little hair box, but I mean,
I ain't doing no baby hairs. I ain't doing no braids.
I don't have nothing. Like, and I just got a flat iron only because my daughter's in high school now. She's like, Mama, can you buy us a flat iron? I'm like, I do y'all hair at the shop.
That's smart. I wish I could take all the clothes out of my house so people can stop asking me for stuff and they come.
I don't got it.
I don't got it. So even after all of this time, do you still, like, because I heard you say it's your therapy, do you still enjoy it that much? I've been a wardrobe stylist nearly 13, 14 years, and I had one moment last year where I was just like, I don't love it. I don't want to do this. It's getting on my nerves. I'm ready to stop. And I took a break for 6 months, and that was the first break I ever took since I was 14. And then I realized, like, this is my purpose, this is my passion, and I kind of came back to it. But do you ever have those moments where you're like, I'm over this hair stuff, what's next?
Yeah, I've had those moments a few times. But like I said, I've never been good at anything else. I've never tried to be good at anything else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but those moments come in the times where it's just not going the way you want it to go. So it's like, it's not that I fell out of love. My plan just wasn't working how I wanted, and it's almost a place of frustration. It's not a place of wanting to give your dream up. It's a place of frustration, and then you just have to kind of decompose and bring it back. But again, this has always been my bread and butter. So when the bills get to rolling, and you're like, okay, well, let me go on and go back to flat irons and then you just. I've learned to just, over time, I've learned to meditate. And that's how I've learned to recenter my energy. Then I've learned to also, I don't have to do everybody here.
Yeah.
So the people that make me feel like I don't want to do this, I let them know, I can't be your stylist.
Yeah.
You're not for me. Because I love what I do, and you draining this from me. And when you start to drain me, we got to cease this relationship. Like, I grew... Now I understand what all money isn't good money now means. Yeah. Because at first I didn't understand.
It's an inconvenience. Have you ever done a favor for somebody, or even did something for some money and been like, I just want to get this money back and I never even want to see you again?
Yes.
Type of deal, because it's never worth. Once it affects you mentally, it already costs too much.
Right.
So that's a fact, and it took me a long time to kind of get to a place where I could, develop that, because I would still endure it and still give great customer service because I felt like I had to. But now when you give your brand boundaries, you attract the customer that you actually
and you can still give great customer service. In great customer service is boundaries. Like, hey, I know that I can't give you my all because you're draining me, so I don't have nothing to give you, so I gotta let you go. Like, in great customer service is boundaries, because if I know that I'm this type of stylist or I'm this type of person, and I know that when I deal with you, I'm not giving you 100%.
Especially if I don't feel like it.
I can't do it. And y'all look, no offense, but y'all little $50 ain't gonna pay no bill in my house, so I'm gonna have to go and let you go.
That's lunch money.
Because I'm tired at the end of the day, and I got 4 kids that when I come home, they want to talk to me, but you didn't drain the life out of me, and I don't want to be bothered. No, that's not gonna work. So
how do you balance that, being able to be a successful hairstylist and then go back home and still be full-time mom?
I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out how I do it. Because when people ask me, they're like, how do you balance? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just do.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because my kids went to my dad's for the summer. I was everywhere. I was so unorganized.
Wow.
So unorganized.
So they keep you on your feet.
Yes, like I didn't know I would get up in the morning. I'm like, oh, I ain't got nobody to cook for. I ain't got nobody to take to school. And like, I have this rule at my house, like everybody has to be in something. Cause again, I have all girls. So
good.
Idle time, idle mind.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is we're living in a society where being a hoe is glorified. So, hey, no
values.
So everybody has to be in something. I don't care what you do. You can't sit in my house.
Yeah.
So, everybody goes, so I gotta, we got this person got practice. So I work between this, then I pick y'all up, then we go to practice. So when they were gone, I was like, all right, let's go out. And I'm just like, and I'm not even a go out type of person. Like, I was just thug, and I was like,
what you do though, my
I'd probably be somewhere in the ditch if I ain't had no kids, because they actually bring the balance to my life, because I was everywhere. I was just thugging, and I was like, girl, you is old. Like, go sit down somewhere.
Oh, where? This woman
I was
is
tired.
not.
No, but I was just like, I sat down one day, I was like, baby, I'm tired. Yeah, my mama said, yeah, because she's just been going out. You don't know what to do with it. I said, I said, let me go get my kids, because this ain't going to work.
Y'all come home and go get in these practices.
And girl, I was like, So to be honest, like, I think they are the balance. Like, I think that they bring the balance. I don't think that it's nothing to figure out. Because it just flows. Like,
you have me out here trying to have kids just so I can have some balance in my life. I don't have
good. Nah, I ain't say it ain't all peaches.
I don't have none for the balance.
But it's a rewarding, for me, because I've been a mother since I was 16.
Got you.
Just like I've been doing hair. I just know how to do it. Just like when they grow up, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just told them they can stay home. Y'all can stay home.
Oh, you gonna be one of them mamas, like,
yeah. I don't want my kids to struggle. Like, I don't want to teach them to struggle. So I'm just like, if you want to go to college, cool, whatever. But come home, save you some money, get your credit together.
That's
like,
some good teaching.
Don't be out. Don't be so in a rush.
You want an own kid?
Like, just don't be in a rush to.
Yeah.
And I've learned that from watching other cultures. They don't let their people leave home until they are stable. Like, you could be 30 at home. People. Like, I've watched other cultures, and I realized that they don't leave.
Yeah.
Like, we laugh and we talk about Hispanics.
They get married off first. Until you get married, you in the home.
Yes. And sometimes you and your husband live here until both of y'all credit together, and y'all save y'all some money, and then when you do move, you are stable. You don't have to come back. Yep. A lot of us leave and gotta come back because
if you're 18, we don't have you become 18,
you don't know what
high
you're
school
doing when
with
you're 18.
No skills, with no money management skills, with no information on what to do next, don't know anything about credit, but you might have a bill in your name from when you was 2 years old.
So I just try to set them up to not struggle, like I would prefer if they want to go to college. Yeah. But when you get out of college, come home and do it. Get your stuff together. Like, even my kids are young, but I talk to them about credit right now.
That is
like
good.
I need to break a generational curse. Like, again, I had my child at a young age, and the curse, like, it stopped here.
Yeah,
it stops right here. So it does an injustice for me to have went through all these trials and tribulations and not stop them.
These are important gems, and I know we're here to talk about hair and the Hairtique, but it's very important that you guys get to hear this, because those are the fundamental properties and why we can't be where we need to be as a community just yet. We need more parents saying, hey, stay home, save your money, talking about the principles of actually being an adult before you're forced to just go out there. So that was a sidebar, but definitely well needed for this interview. So thank you for that tip. But to get back into hair, are silk presses and sew-ins your best sellers? Yes. When how did that transition happen? I remember back when we was doing the $40 leave out sew-ins and the $25 quick squeeze. How has that shifted?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I just kind of know what I'm good at, and I've always kind of did natural hair before it was a thing.
Yeah.
So I've always, in a sense, done silk press before it was a big thing. Like, that's always been my clientele, is either silk press or sew-in. And I just kind of realized what I'm good at. So I'm like, okay, let me perfect this. Exactly. I don't need to do everything because that's just not, like, I don't do frontals. That's not my thing. And I'm not trying to. I don't want to learn it.
It's a trendy thing to do, but it's good that you stick to. But that's the difference between you being a veteran hairstylist and then people being social media hairstylists without licenses, or just someone that's able to put on a good weave and post a good picture of it. That's what kind of separates the veterans from the social media.
Right. And then also, when I was in school, we talked about the integrity of hair. Like, it wasn't something just to look right. So when I get clients that are like, oh, do I need to wash my hair before you come? I'm like, who you been going to? Because
social media hairstylists. Even
your grandma, like, I remember going back to the beauty shop and you gonna get your hair washed and get them rollers in your hair and sit down. Like, I still haven't processed this. Yeah. But in a sense, I blame it on clientele because you keep going back to them, so they're gonna keep doing it.
You accept it.
But we talked about integrity of hair. So I'd rather do things that I know is going to make your hair healthy. Like, your hair is that's your main, like, that's your crown. So if you can't afford $600 this month, you shouldn't be feeling down or sad because I can't get this weave or I can't get this, because you still have your hair. And there's nothing wrong with weave installs, because again, I do sew-ins, but I do healthy installs. Like, if your hair is thin and breaking, I'm not doing that.
Right, because what we also have to understand is, and it didn't click to me until I got older, because when I was in high school, I would put anything on my hair. Yeah. I would bleach it, perm it, let it fall out, I cut it, I'll cut this in my hair. I would just do a lot of stuff to it. But let's just say, because people don't keep up with government too, let's just say Trump says, okay, no more exports or imports from China. No one can receive bundles, hair, anything. What now? Which is why it's so important to have and maintain your hair underneath the weave. So I think that's really cool that you keep those old school fundamentals, because we really don't have that.
And we are women. We like options. So exactly. I should be able to, like me, I can wear a weave, or I can wet this and look like a little curly fro bob and keep it moving. Okay. You know, like, that's one great thing about black women. Like, we can transform. Yeah. So we can wear it straight. We can put it curly. We can put the weave in. Like, exactly. So, yeah. So, the whole silk press, and the reason I still do the weave installs is because I know that it could be done in a healthier way. Yeah. In a healthy way. I prefer the traditional installs because I know that it can be done in a healthy way. It's just having an educated stylist. Yeah. I say that all the time. It's not the stylist didn't pull your, the uneducated stylist pulled your hair out, not the stylist. And sometimes the uneducated stylist and you not listening to the educated stylist pulled your hair out. Yeah. Because if you can educate your client and educate yourself, like, this is a forever changing business. So
definitely
just staying on top of my game. It doesn't, only a fool thinks he knows everything. So I'm always trying to stay on top of the game, and I know that silk press or whatever anybody want to call it is the healthier thing at the moment, and I'm good at it. Yeah, and I'd rather perfect what I'm good at. Like, I'm great at it. I'm awesome at it. Like, that just is what it is. So I'd rather stick to what I'm awesome at. Yeah. And perfect the awesomeness, and then just be a legend when I die about it. Okay. When they say, she was like one of the top silk press. What? Stand up in my funeral and tell these people I was with you.
Okay. And it's so funny you said that, because I was just about to ask you, how far are you wanting to take hairstyling?
So actually, I am in the process of opening a brick and mortar. So hopefully, thank you. So I'm hoping that March will be our grand opening, and I know some of my clients get mad when I say this, but I kind of want to come from behind the chair as much. I still love doing hair, so it's not that I don't want to do hair. You are hilarious.
I'm sorry to cut you off. She literally just said everything like I have said today. You just reiterate. This is my last year being a fashion stylist too. So I opened up a staffing agency this month to where I'll be staffing fashion stylists to go.
Yeah, we're gonna manifest that and speak that into the universe.
So this is okay.
So I'm deciding to do the salon because I want to help other women or I'm cool if people come into my salon and don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I know that I can help you build your business. I have so many notebooks. I've invested so much money, so many classes, time. Like, I know that I can take you and mold you. And I know that I'm not intimidated by anything. Mm-hmm. Over my time, I've never had a mentor. I just recently got a mentor, Toya. Hey, Toya. And that's on another level. You know what I'm saying? But as far as having a mentor that's helped me, you're going to be my assistant. I'm going to show you this. I've never had that. And then I've had the cattiness. I've had the mess. And I know I don't want that. I know that's not of me. That's not a part of me. But I know that hair is my car. Mm-hmm. But my mission is to help other girls, show them that, you know, whatever you want to do, that you can do. And I know that I can show them. Mm-hmm. So I want to open a salon to birth other businesses. Gotcha. So my idea is, if everybody I'd rather my salon be a place that they say, I know I can go work there because she's going to set me up and I can open my own business. Yeah. If it's just a train station. For yes. And like, I'd rather it be, as soon as they get out of cosmetology school, like, I'm going to work for her because I know that she going to do what I need to. She going to get me where I need to go. With the work, though, because you got to want it too. Yeah. But I just kind of want to step from behind the chair. I don't want to work. What did I say? I want to build my business. I don't want to work it. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, and eventually, you know, whatever's to come out of it, like, I pray, and whatever, if it's a school, if it's an academy, but I know that when I went to school, they didn't teach us about money. Exactly. They didn't teach us about how to...
Teach a very specific part.
Yes, and now that the hair industry is growing, a lot of stylists don't file their taxes. What are you doing? You know, then you go get a car, and you can't get a car, because I learned that the hard way. I went to go get a car, and I'm like, I make da-da-da-da, and they like, prove it.
Yeah, you have to have those numbers.
And then it got real. Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start proving it. Then I go file the text, say, oh, yeah, Miss Dawn, you owe us. Yeah, maybe I go back. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going to take you from the little salon in the hood to a visible changes. Exactly. They have chains, but they do their stuff right. But I know that I know that I have the knowledge to teach that. And I know they don't teach you that in school. All they teach you how to do is pass state board. That's it. There's no trap
thrown. They give you a standard, and they tell you to stay within this standard, and you can be great within that standard. Like, that's
anybody can get a cosmetology license. If you know how to roll and finger wave, you can get a cosmetology license.
You finish those hours. And also, I went to Worthing High School. I'm not sure if you're familiar. They had a cosmetology.
They pulled that out.
Program. Did they?
And that's another thing. Like, these kids have nothing to look forward to.
Oh my God! So how the cosmetology program worked is you have to start in 9th grade. So if you're an incoming student, you start in 9th grade, you graduate with your license. Right. Wow.
They literally have pulled all the trades out of all HI. I think the only school that still has the cosmetology program is Booker T. Wow. So.
Wow. And you know why? I think that social media also has a lot to do with that, because now you don't even have to go to school anymore to be a million follower stylists. With some of the biggest celebrity stylists right now, none of them actually have proper training, so they're taking money out of funding, educating women that want to grow up and do hair
and do it the right way. But it's a lane for everybody. So hey, do your thing, but I want to do it the right way. Exactly. Like, I want to do it to where I can Walmart this. Like, Walmart, he dead. Okay. And he's still doing things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can only go so far, you know. But like I said, no knock to anybody, but I know the way I want to do it, and I want to educate them, not just on the hair side, on the business side, on like every aspect of it. Because I've literally seen, I've been doing this since I was 17. Like, I graduated when I was 16. I went straight to cosmetology school. Like, I've been doing this, so I've seen every personality, every demon, every angel, I've seen it all. Like, and I don't have a problem giving you the game.
Yeah. It's room for all of us. And not only that, that's why I give so much. Like, I tell the stuff that you're not going to nobody gonna tell you. Styling. People think it's just, oh, this is in the closet, you do it this way. But I teach them how to properly go and meet showrooms and how to do the stuff that you need to know that's not going to kill the business in the future. That's why education is so important, because that's where the longevity comes from. When you're learning something, I think that is super, super, super dope. Outside of that, what can we expect from you in 2020?
So of course you can expect the shop.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be opening. And right now I know like it's a brick and mortar, so it's something new for me. Right now I'm working in a private suite, so it's just me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to learn how to work a business, because I'm advertising me. Now I gotta figure out how to advertise other people, and I gotta build a team, and I gotta build a hungry team, a hungry, positive team. Like, and it's just, I've never wanted to be the boss of people.
Yeah.
That's not my intention. I'm not a micromanager, but I'm gonna have to learn how to be a leader. Like, I'm a leader in my own way, but to show up every day and be, hey, I need you to do this, or you know what, me and you not working like this. This ain't gonna work. You don't want it bad enough. I'm gonna have to let you go. Like, that's hard for me, you know. So that's gonna be my challenge this year. Well, not challenge, but new thing is having a new relationship with money. Like,
I have I'm gonna share something with you afterwards. That's also important, because our relationship with money really determine how much money we're gonna make. See.
Mm-hmm. So having a new relationship with money and making sure those around me have a relationship with money in a different way, because I used to think money was the root of all evil, but then I started reading, and it's just a lot, like the dynamics of it. So like, I want to bring that on, and I want Boss Up to show, like, when people see Boss Up, I don't want them to see, if somebody say anything bad about it, for the person next to them, like, you pick, like, you reaching,
because this brand is on point.
like, it's nothing that, because even with me, I know Boost, when I'm not in the mix.
Yeah.
If you can't say nothing bad about me, that's because I don't get in people's business. I don't even go nowhere. So if you say my name, if anybody say my name, they're like, you reaching for that. And I want that to show in my business.
Yeah.
And I literally want Boss Up to be a staple for Black people in Houston. I want it to be.
That's dope.
And it's going to be not too far from the Third World area and over in the McGregor area. So, you know, that was the Blackberry Hills, and they trying to gentrify.
Yep.
So, hey, no, we in here.
Exactly.
And we not ghetto.
And we ain't going nowhere, and the money just gonna keep coming.
And it's gonna keep coming, and y'all just have to get with it. Matter of fact, y'all gonna have to book an appointment, because y'all ain't gonna have no beauty. This it.
Okay.
So, you know, that's my mission for 2020. I know 2020, when I open the shop, is gonna be rocky. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna claim that, because it might flow.
Yeah, because you prepared for this. So let's just say 10 years or even 7 years in, you tried to do the same thing. The outcome could have been different, because maybe you wasn't ready yet, but it sounds like life is just happening full circle for you right now. And I really feel like you're going to have a really successful shop. When I'm shopping or when I'm doing anything, I'm looking for an experience, and I'm looking to leave with more than what I came with. You sound like somebody that educates your clients. You sound like someone that promotes healthy hair and have women all over Houston with natural healthy hair. I think that's super dope. That's super, super cool. So, to wrap up, I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
10 seconds apiece, and then you'll be able to promote Boss Up Hairtique. Tell us where to find you and anything else you want to drop.
Okay.
All right, cool. So, name for me 3 Black hairstylists. Go.
Toya. Ursula, and Kels the stylist.
That perfect. 3. Are you in the makeup and stuff like that? Let me see.
I'm really not. I got one makeup artist, but I know when I follow on Instagram a few makeup artists.
All right, cool. Name 3 for me.
Okay, we got Vanity Throne.
She does my makeup.
Bri. Her name is Beautiful Bri. Bri Bree. I think it's Bree. BRI. That's who does my makeup. And Makeup by Jolie. I want to say that's her name.
Gotcha. Perfect. And last but not least, name 3. Matter of fact, do something different for me. Name 3 Black celebrities or influencers that you would like to do their hair or work with in 2020.
I want to work with regular people. I don't work with celebrities. No offense.
No regular. Okay, so
I mean, like, I would I'll say Houston wise.
All right, bet.
I like to work with JK, the truth. I'm gonna say Toya, that's my mentor, but we not gonna put her in a category because let me think. I like to work with India Ari. I like her her approach. I like what she says. I know I've heard people say sometimes she's a bit too much, but that doesn't bother me because I can get the message. Like, she doesn't seem a bit too much to me. I like her. I like her spirit. She seems genuine. So India Ari, Coach Stormy.
Ooh.
I need to meet her.
All right, we ready to hear. Let's see what manifestation does in 2020. Thank you so much for coming, for participating, and just for being here, dropping so much knowledge. You really gave us a lot that we can walk away with. Is there anything you would like to leave us by saying?
You can follow me on my social media. So my Instagram is at @bossup_hairtique, HAIRTIQUE. My website is www.bossup.hairtique. Yeah, bossup. www.bossuphairtique.com. Okay, yeah, that. And one thing that I'll say is to just keep going. Don't give up. Even when you feel like it. If 1 in 1 million show up, keep doing it. Speak those affirmations. My affirmation for my life for 2020 is I am a magnet for success, stability, and wealth.
Yes.
And that's it.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Book Black. This is Jane Doe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.